to John O'Hurley that it could be the most inclement weather ever, like a storm, and he could be outside al fresco, and the sun would shine just down here. Isn't it true?
Yes, that's true. Are you ever completely disheveled and just a hot mess?
I just rolled out of bed. This is a
I knew it.
And by the way, some of this is real.
On tour as Billy Flynn in the beloved Chicago, the Pantages, and there are wonderful posters of you and this other gal.
This other gal named Christy Brinkley.
Uptown girl.
Uptown girl indeed. You know, it's funny. True story. I'm a guy that could not get a date to senior prom.
Okay.
Which I can't believe.
No, seriously, I could not. I ended up going because some sophomore asked me to my senior prom. That's how bad it was. And now I have I get to spend 3 hours a night with Christy.
Look at you now,
just knocking them off the bucket list one at a time here, I'll tell you.
Did you take shots and send them back to your high school? Your 10-year reunion.
Well, you know, actually, I think it is my 200th year reunion. No, it's actually, I think, my 40-year reunion.
Wow. And when John and I were talking fella to fella, off camera, you said she is so gorgeous you cannot believe it.
She's absolutely breathtaking. I mean, you sit there and you look at you, my good, I mean, she is the poster child of how you take care of yourself. She really is, and as sweet as can be. She's just adorable. It's wonderful to spend time with her.
But, okay, you've got an enormous amount of experience doing this kind of stuff.
I've been doing it for a long time.
And Christy doesn't. Do you spend some time with her saying, hey, this would be helpful, or that kind of thing?
Well, she's, in credit to her, she's been working extraordinarily hard on this. She started actually last year on Broadway with the show. So she was on for several months on Broadway last year. She came back and reprised the role on Broadway. So she came to me. Literally, she and I met on stage last Tuesday night in San Diego. We did a week together in San Diego. Isn't that funny?
Wow.
No rehearsal, just
bang. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Sit on my lap and let's do a song.
Why not?
It's a way to get used to one another, I suppose.
And wave to all my high school classmates, please.
You and I spent considerable time in Las Vegas. You have a long run of Spamalot there. You've a Broadway veteran. How is the Pantages to you, and how are LA audiences to you?
Well, I'll add two things. Number one, it's a phenomenal theater.
I think
it is so the sound is so crisp, and an actor usually thinks of the tuning of a theater. This is a perfectly tuned theater, and everybody walked off stage last night after our first performance going, maybe some of the best sounding theaters in the country that we performed at.
It's like singing in the shower. Same acoustic.
And the audiences here are so smart, and I found this out when I was playing the Amundsen and doing Spamalot here. The audiences in LA, you think they're kind of dulled by television and film, are the smartest audiences, and I gauge that by several little nuances that I put in the show, and if they get them, they go on the list they go on the smart list. One of the smartest audiences we had last night.
All right,
conveniently, a clip of Chicago at the Pantages. Look at this.
6 feet under, but she was granted one more start, the convict of the Sacred Heart. When did you get here? 1920. How old were you? Don't remember. Then what happened? I met Amos, and he stole my heart away, convinced me to elope one day.
Boy, Christy's changed.
A testament. That was actually that was when Robin Gibbons and I did that on 2006, right after Dancing with the Stars. I went over to Broadway and began.
You bring us to our final question. Dancing with the Stars, All Stars. They have announced when they call you. What do you say to them?
I would say yes. You know, it's funny. I went there the other night, and it's like my wife looks at me. She goes, "You want to get back out there again?" I can't sit here. I get so nervous for them, and I still know that I think I can do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you should do a little tap on the shoulder to some other.
Yeah. You're kind of sitting there waiting to throw up right at the starting. I would do it.
Because when I watch it, I think it would be impossible to do. Which for me, it would be not, and certainly not for you. Chicago the Musical playing at the Pantages Theater now through May 27th. Tickets, www.broadwayla.com. John O'Hurley, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Always nice to spend time with you.
Be well.
Good to see you.
Coming up, we've all been on a bad date or two. Who's to blame? We're going to be joined by a psychiatrist to explain some of the most common mistakes we all make.
And it's down to the semifinals. Speaking of which, Dancing with the Stars.
Who wins, John?
Yeah, John. Another couple eliminated.
William Levy says.
William Levy.
I might be with you.
We'll have a recap.
Plus, juice and yoga. These are some of Jessica's favorite things. We're going to show you how these two things can detox and nourish your body in one day retreat.